Hello, I'm Brent Oakley, CEO of Vibenomics. Hello.
Hello, and welcome
to the Vibenomics
event.
Bring your brand style to the aisle.
This one's one of the best.
Hello, and welcome to the Vibenomics event. Bring your brand style to the aisle, where we're going to share and dive into audio's valuable one-to-few approach as a powerful component of retail media. My name is Brent Oakley, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Vibenomics, the world's largest audio out-of-home network located in Indianapolis, Indiana. I hope that you'll enjoy today's event. Stay tuned until the very end. Not only do we have a fantastic lineup of speakers and info, we also have a couple $50,000 media buy opportunities to give away. Now, I'm excited to share with you a little bit about our brand.
Advil delivers safe and powerful pain relief. Advil, available now in the pharmacy.
I like that.
Body wash. Find it in the shampoo aisle.
Your customers bring home more than what's in their carts. While shopping, their minds are miles away, thinking about a week of meals and of mess. And playing overhead, Vibenomics is providing the soundtrack for their day. While they're focused on getting what they need,
Fresh squeezed. Available now in the juice cooler.
you're playing what they want. So later, when life is caught back up, they're still in the aisle. Vibenomics not only provides great music to make your store more enjoyable, more memorable, we also help shoppers find what they need with audio out-of-home advertising.
Powerful pain relief. Advil, available now in the pharmacy.
They say, listen to your customers. We say, make sure they listen to you.
It's so powerful for me to see this video. I always envisioned that Vibenomics would be what it is today. Well, kind of. In 2015, I founded a high-end car wash business and really wanted to focus on the customer and their in-store experience. At the same time, our co-founder, Adam Ritz, was working on creating custom audio for individual businesses and wanting the same thing that I did: creatively written, automated, and produced messages. At the time, I was frustrated with the poor service and the lack of our legacy provider's innovation. Together, we thought, if this tool can service 100 stores, why can't it do 10,000? We launched Vibenomics a few months later with a goal to give businesses real-time control over each and every store's consumer audio experience. In 2018, we focused on expanding into the convenience and grocery store industries. With thousands of products on their shelves, we felt stores were a natural fit for Vibenomics focused on advertising, sales, and retail media. As the Vibenomics network grew, I recognized the need to develop a true strategy around advertising. Enter Paul Brenner, an executive with 25 years of leadership across technology, media, and advertising. Paul immediately analyzed the Vibenomics network and grew the grocery and convenience stores network across major DMAs. On the advertising side, Vibenomics directed all its energy and efforts to consumer packaged goods, a massive, highly competitive advertising sector eager to invest in innovative marketing strategies, particularly within the retail locations stocking their products. Securing Kroger as a network partner in May of 2020 established Vibenomics as a formidable player in the audio out-of-home market. 2021 was the biggest growth year in Vibenomics history. By mid-year, we had launched with multiple DSPs, making Vibenomics the first and only programmatic digital audio out-of-home solution for advertisers. Now I'd like to introduce Paul Brenner, the president of Audio Out of Home and Vibenomics Chief Strategy Officer. He's going to talk a little bit about the value of in-store media. And don't forget, we do have a chat feature going on throughout this event, so please ask any questions, and we're going to do our best to answer them for you.
Hi, I'm Paul Brenner, President of Audio Out of Home and Chief Strategy Officer for Vibenomics. Do you know that 83% of shoppers still visit a physical store? 70% still prefer in-person shopping. Brick and mortar continues to play a significant role in drawing shoppers' attention. The shopper experience is not just about e-commerce and addressable channels. All consumer moments matter. Whether people are scrolling their apps, scheduling deliveries, watching or listening to off-site media outlets, and yes, listening in store aisles. Retail media should not stop at current solutions. E-commerce, mobile, on-site, off-site, they're not enough. In-store media matters. The stores owned and operated by those grocers and convenience stores with retail media offerings, particularly those with programmatic capable in-store offerings, are all listening halls. They can be used to reinforce the message of a retail media campaign. Audio in the store is another tool in the toolbox. It's a valuable tactic inside an overall retail media strategy. It empowers the brands, the advertisers, the retailers to capitalize on that moment when shoppers' propensity to spend in-store is the highest. Retailers, audio is an impactful new revenue stream. A retailer's strategic development, they're fueling growth by including retail media solutions in what they offer. It's a growing list of tactics that help grow media market share. Vibenomics can help you bolster margins with very little effort. Advertisers, you can increase performance of campaigns. Brands used to promote a SKU in a Sunday circular with a picture and a price. So why not talk about the product in the store alongside other digital activations like a smartphone? Shoppers, we all care about great content to drive viewability. So why not pour some energy into store listening experiences and make audio advertising that grabs the shopper's attention? Legacy shopper marketing has undervalued the in-store moment. Trade dollars are simply negotiation tactics for placement, not shopper conversion. Incremental spending for retail media, as you know, will emerge from the need to amplify data's value and retail buying intent. A broad range of omni-channel planning and budgets find their way to the retail media joint business planning table. Brand dollars, digital, audio, digital out of home are all spending contributors depending on the media plan that they want. Retail media's foundation is digital. Shopper data, targeting, flexibility, impression-based buying through managed services and private marketplaces. Vibenomics was built on the same exact premise. Vibenomics is proud to bring hourly impressions per store to market for audio in store. Our methods for measuring foot traffic allows the buyers to accurately target by location, demographics, and shopper habits such as peak hours. Our integrations with Vistar Media and The Trade Desk give buyers real-time access to our in-store audio inventory. Vibenomics is easy to work with. We're an aggregator of C-stores and grocery stores, a distributor of retail audio. We publish the retailer audio inventory programmatically, target locations by product on shelf and audience, and support the buy side with targeting and creative agency services to bring contextual audio to the conversation. Retail media should include in-store media through programmatic transactions. Next up, to talk about the evolution of retail media's definition, is my friend Michelle Oger, Vibenomics Senior Director of Retail Media.
Hi, I'm Michelle Oger, the Senior Director of Retail Media at Vibenomics. And I have to admit, I'm a total retail and shopper behavior nerd. I love all things related to the in-store shopping experience. In fact, I left corporate level retail after 20 years, where I guided a variety of marketing, brand merchandising strategies, and operational programs to join Vibenomics for an exciting focus shift into retail media. Retail media began as an e-commerce only platform for retailers to advertise and promote their products online, but it's become much more. As consumer shopping behaviors evolve, we see an increase of a more omni-channel shopping journey. And the journeys themselves vary. Some shoppers browse online before heading to the physical store. Others might head straight to the store, but then pull up a retailer's app to find and use digital coupons. Multi and omni-channel shopping journeys expose customers to visual and audio, print and digital, and even experiential communication via visually merchandised displays in stores. To parallel this broader shopping journey, we need to broaden our definitions of retail media. These evolving definitions are becoming inclusive of digital in-store media like video displays and audio advertising. Brands, agencies, and retailers are capitalizing on the opportunity to speak directly to shoppers while they're in stores ready to make purchases. In-store audio advertising plays a pivotal role in brand and marketing campaigns. By offering an efficient, data-driven strategy to buy and broadcast audio ads directly to consumers, programmatic transactions increase brand reach and drives higher conversion. We're embracing the shift in retail media's definition to include the digital advertising offering within the physical shopping environment. Of course, in-store audio relies on having an appealing playlist. And to talk about how we put those playlists together, I'd like to introduce Libby Farr, our music director.
Of course, the iconic album of all time. Hi, I'm Libby Farr, music director for Vibenomics and the person behind the playlist for some of the nation's top grossers in the United States. Back in 2016, Adam, one of our co-founders, asked me to create an internet station for the very first client. Since then, I've used my over 40 plus years experience in radio programming to program playlists that cater to 210 million people across the nation that hear my music choices each month. Analyzing each store's location's demographics is really important to creating playlists. For example, I have to stay on top of trends that are going on, like paying attention to the music on TikTok or new music that comes out every day, and also listening to lyrics for questionable content. I also listen to music style and content to make sure that our playlists align with our retailers' brand guidelines. These aspects are all equally important to ensure that we get the right messaging in front of the right audience. Music has the power and the ability to transform attitudes, emotions, and even lives. From experience as well as plenty of studies, we know that music can also create a positive retail experience. Happy customers equal loyal customers. We've even seen people singing and dancing in the aisles at the grocery store, which translates to longer dwell times and potentially increased sales. Audio out of home has a lot of moving parts, and you need someone to put that all together. And Adam Ritz, Vibe's co-founder and creative director, is just that person.
Hi there, I'm Adam Ritz, co-founder and creative director for Vibenomics. I've been in radio and television broadcasting, including nationally syndicated radio, for almost 30 years now. And I know firsthand the importance of quickly captivating listeners with compelling, concise content. Our listeners shop the aisles of retail locations, and more often than not, they are interested in the audio that we're playing. The ads we create motivate these listeners to purchase featured items. So, what makes the Vibenomics advertising experience different from the competition? Well, it's a few things, really. It's experience. Thanks to a career that requires passion and creativity, I've been able to use my experience in copywriting and voiceover to elevate contextual audio. It's strategy. Our executive level strategy showcases our creative talents for advertising and media. It's also amazing voice talent. We've got a solid portfolio of national veteran talent trusted by major brands coast to coast. It's also speed. We take hours, not weeks, to perfect your ad. So with the depth and breadth of our experience and talent, we create amazing audio ads quickly and efficiently. Several major brands trust us with their audio for in-store, including Mars Candy, American Greetings, Energizer, Boston Beer Company, Diageo, just to name a few. At Vibenomics, we know what kind of creative content motivates store shoppers to act. We take client input, then we develop that copy that captures the essence of the brand's goals, then output quality audio creative. It's so much more than a commercial. It's really 30 seconds of getting attention and getting a response. This is proven through our studies with Audio Benchmark Index that shows we rate in the 95th percentile compared to other media within the same brand. We're a streamlined and efficient team. Now, I know earlier in the show, Brent promised a huge giveaway, so I'm going to hand the mic back over to Paul to talk about how this is going to work.
Thank you, Adam. As you've heard today, Vibenomics is good at what we do. We provide great content, music and messaging, and creative services in retail environments. Today, we are going to give away 2 $50,000 media campaigns to a lucky advertiser. After the show, we will select the advertisers that have attended the event, randomly select a winner, and reach out to those individuals to build the media campaigns. As Brent mentioned in the beginning of the show, we want to give viewers a chance to ask us questions. So now, we're going to take a few minutes and answer as many of those questions as we can.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It's been our pleasure to give you a little information on Vibenomics. Now we're going to transition to some questions that we are asked often, as well as some questions that you guys have all put into the queue. Paul and I will bounce back and forth, hopefully getting through all the questions that you had today. One question I get all the time is, if you just do music and messaging and retail, how are you different than what other people are providing? And it's a great question. I think that the number one thing that separates us is the architecture of everything from the technology all the way to how we look at the in-store experience. And what I mean by that is we started with the thesis of thinking about the customer in the store. If you remember right, the whole idea of Vibenomics came from my retail experience in the car wash business, where I was trying to create a better experience for my customers. Therefore, when I thought about delivering that, it was through great music and creative messaging that would hit them right at the right place at the right time. So we think about it through the technology that we built and the user experience, and how we can create different playlists at different spots and different locations across the end-to-end spectrum of East Coast, West Coast. I've thought about that from creative and making sure that we have the sonic vibe that the networks really want in their space to enhance their brand experience. And then we thought about it from the creative of our advertisers that are wanting to hit the customer right when they're making a purchasing decision, and how to make that happen. And that's really a different way and a different approach than anything that I ever saw in the industry when I came into it looking for my own example of what would work. So hopefully you've seen that passion and you've seen that energy today as we think about this. Now getting into really the nuances of what makes us so much different. What was kind of your thought process of coming up with a new mechanism of doing our hourly impressions?
Yeah, I mean, our goal all along was take advantage of the technology, get to a programmatic capability. In order to do that, we had to have better information about our shoppers. So we partnered with Safegraph. We converted from an average visitors per month, per week, to an hourly impressions model per store. So now you can see the foot traffic as a normal bell curve, like anything else that you would see in the marketplace. And, we got that through our work with Vistar. They took it to market with us. The trade desk has endorsed that. And so now anyone on the buying side of the trade desk can see that information in the same way they see all other foot traffic across any other digital medium.
Yeah, we were really pushed into thinking the way that we were thinking because people are so, when we get into the category of selling like retail media, we really had to come up with a way that proved what we were doing, or we probably wouldn't have been able to hook up to Vistar and Trade Desk.
That's
and those
true.
folks.
We started with a thesis. We improved upon it over time. We landed on hourly impressions per store, and the folks that are placing the buys, the media buys through PMPs, are telling us that they really love what we've delivered.
Yeah. I think the other piece that has been very important about what we do is, again, I take it back to the technology. We're really, really, I guess, proud of the technology that we've built to be able to match up all of the things that we're doing on this side with hourly impressions with exactly when we drop a message to whom, when, and have all that proof has really also separated us from things that other people are doing. Looking at the business plan of Vibenomics moving forward is you think about, obviously we believe, and we will always believe that we're in retail media, and we're a piece of that. 90% of people are still coming in stores, even if they're doing web and mobile and those things. So end to end, we should be with retail media, and we believe that. The business plan and the thesis that we're thinking about, how do we continue to advocate for that?
Yeah, I think Michelle did a great job in her section talking about redefining the definitions of retail media. We're active with Path to Purchase. We are active with the Internet Advertising Bureau, groups that are trying to rethink those standards around retail media. And that's the fight, is to look at that list of capabilities that are in-store media and break out the ones like audio in-store that can be programmatic and provide measurement, so on and so forth. We got a question recently. We were presenting to a holdco, and lots of excitement. I mean, the people really enjoyed what we were presenting to them. And a question was raised of, I would love to spend money on Vibenomics and in-store audio. Do you know if I get credit towards my JBP? And that's a great question. We would love to say clearly yes. But by today's definition, in-store media is not within that. And we're fighting like crazy to be included. And I think we're doing the right things, and I think we're getting the right questions asked, and we will be there eventually.
Yeah, I agree. It makes sense, and most networks that we talk to also have started to lean that way, and it all tides rise, all ships. We know that we're better together. The networks that we're now representing from end to end gives us an enormous network to be a part of, which we're really excited about. Well, that will conclude today's session, and thank you so much for your time. We've really enjoyed being here with you, and so grateful that you've taken the time to learn more about Vibenomics and that how Vibenomics can bring your brand style to the aisle.
Thanks, Brent. Reminder, we have to reach out to a couple of great winners today that will be receiving a $50,000 media campaign, and we'll do that quickly following the show. And if you have questions, we'd love to hear from you. You can email engage@vibenomics.com, and we will respond right away.
Every day.